I got it!
World War II, a 5-year-long brutal campaign of millions of men, women, and children killed. But what if I told you one man saved millions of lives while shaving roughly 2 years off the war without ever pulling a trigger? This man is Alan Turing, an unsung hero of World War II, the man who cracked the German Enigma code, the man who invented the world's first computer. Alan Turing, the pioneer of computer science. The man most people have not heard of. Alan Turing is a man who saved many lives without firing a single bullet. Alan Matheson Turing was a man of many traits. Born on the 23rd of June in the year 1912, Turing was born and grew up in London. He was raised by Julius Matheson Turing and Ethel Sarah Turing. Alan Turing had a rich family history, with his father being the son of a clergyman and the employee of the Indian Civil Services, while Alan's mother was the daughter of a chief engineer for the Madras Railways Company. Turing was enrolled at St. Michael's, a primary school, from the ages 6 to 9. Alan was recognized by his headmistress as being a boy genius. Afterwards, Turing attended Hazelhurst Preparatory School for the next 4 years, until he reached the age of 14. In 1926, he left Hazelhurst to go to Sherborne School. At his new school, Alan became very fond of one boy in particular, Christopher Morcom, who is referred to as Alan's first love. The two developed a deep venture that inspired Turing in his later years. But eventually, Morcom died just 4 years after they met. The boy died due to complications with bovine tuberculosis. Turing would end up finishing universities with honors and a broken heart. The breakout of war in 1939 inspired Alan Turing to join Bletchley Park, a decryption group for the British intelligence. This is the start of Alan Turing's bizarre adventure. A few years later, in 1941, the Germans are attacking the English Isles. A miracle is needed. That is when a sailor entered a German U-boat and found a fully intact German Enigma codebook. A brilliant find that was a priceless piece of intelligence. These two events combined would lead to the single greatest decryption event in history. The uncrackable German Enigma code. Though they had figured out how to reverse engineer the code with a machine called a bomb, it was extremely slow, and they would have to completely change the device every time the Germans upgraded their Enigma machines. Enter Alan Turing. With the help of a German Enigma machine codebook found on a U-boat, Turing and his team went to work. Day in and day out, they would use the recovered codebook and the information that the Polish found to try and find an answer to this riddle. Then, on the 9th of July 1941, Turing and his team had solved the German Enigma code. He was able to completely dismantle the Enigma code and basically remade the bomb in a way where even against the most complicated Enigma machines, it would be able to be decoded in less than 20 minutes. This new bomb was built upon the concept of computer science, which Alan Turing was the pioneer of. This new machine was just the boost the British needed to gain an edge on the Germans. After Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers solved the German Enigma code, many things came about. Of course, being able to tap their lines meant the Allies successfully knew when and where the Germans were moving their armies, allowing for greater sabotage and deception. But it also meant they knew exactly how they were going to attack and what kinds of formations they were going to use. This meant that when the Germans had a plan, the Allies knew it and could counter that plan with near-perfect strategy. Alan Turing solving the German Enigma code saved many lives and cut an estimated 2 years off the war effort. Alan Turing's creation of the Turing machine, as well as creating the basis for all of computer science, allowed for breakthroughs in the field, like the creation of the World Wide Web, as well as helping the creation of every major computer company, giving us all sorts of technologies, such as the device I'm recording this with right now. Thanks to the lives saved from the estimated 2 years off the war effort, the population could have potentially increased thanks to the lower casualties. The future would be a very different place if it were not for Alan Turing and the brain that created computer science. Alan Turing was a big part of this project. But what about the rest of the team? Gordon Welchman was another key contributor of the creation of the bomb. He worked with Turing to create a mechanized version of the bomb. Though he is not known by many, Welchman is still a hero of World War II, just like Alan Turing. Alan Turing is a man who did a lot for our society as the creator of computer science. Without him, I may not have been able to make this documentary. He is a man who goes without credit for a lot of things, but Alan Turing is a hero and a lifesaver. Many of us should be thanking this man for what he did, not just for the war, but what he did for the world.